So picture this. You've met new classmates in NBA6070 and you decide to have dinner together to celebrate the success of your project. And then some of them brought new friends and together you went for a drink. Finally, you all went to the movies. It is now 1 a.m. and now's the time to split the bills with these random people. But good news, no more of this hassle with EquiTab.
So, what's our problem statement? Splitting a bill with ad hoc groups is manual, error prone, and time consuming, from having to add contacts of random people you just met to a single person bearing the burden of handling the coordination, making the calculations, and ensuring everyone is aligned and paid their dues. This takes us to our objective, which is to eliminate the friction of ad hoc expense splitting, and we measure that against four pre-committed targets. 1. Faster logging from 6 minutes down to under 2. 2. Fewer manual edits, less than 10% of receipts requiring manual correction. 3. Faster splits, which is end to end under 3 minutes. And 4. Post payment disputes to reduce below 5%. Every success criteria has a deadline and a specific mechanism that gets us there. This isn't aspirational, it's a commitment. Presenting our solution, EquiTab. Centered for ad hoc groups of people making one time plans, where our AI powered OCR solution instantly passes the receipts and generates a shared bill, where each member can seamlessly select what they consumed and split within minutes. Here's what it looks like.
So from the landing page, you would start by uploading an image of a receipt. Here it is, and let me show you what it looks like. In the background, we send this image to a multimodal LLM, Gemini 2.5 Flash, and use that to convert the unstructured data from receipts to structured data that we can use throughout the web app. As you can see, we extract the merchant details, the date and time from the receipt, and all the line items with the name, the quantity, and the price for each, as well as any additional charges that might have applied, like tax, service charge, tip, etc. So uh, in this case, uh, let's say if I wanted to add a tip. So we can go into the edit functionality, which shows how the human can always be in the loop to either fix any discrepancies that the AI might have introduced, any hallucinations, or any issues that may have arisen from the image not being clear. They can always come and edit the details of the line items, as well as add any missing information. So let's say we added $100 tip. So this shows that we not only apply structural and schema validation, we also apply certain logical validations, like in this case, tallying if the totals match. So let's go ahead and make that fix, right? We got the green check and we can go ahead and start splitting. Right. So here you can see that we see all of the line items from before, and I can start adding people who essentially consume things from this receipt, right? So let me say that I split the bill like this, that these are the things that I and Vamsi had accordingly, who I'm also adding expenses for. And then I can share this QR code with my friends. This is what it would look like. You open it up on your phone. We do have a light mode as well as a dark mode, right? So now let's say I shared it with my friend Aparna, and she adds herself and her friends that she got to the event. So she added GIE and Dhawal. And let's say Aparna had the sandwich, GIE had this, and then let's say everyone everyone shared the mac and cheese, right? So that's what we did, and then yeah. So as you can see that you can collaboratively split the receipt, and everyone can opt in or opt out of the things that they had, and no one person has to bear the burden of chasing people down, asking if they're okay with how the split is done, etc. Now we can Uh, so now that all of the expenses have been added and split, we can now add people who paid for the receipt. So let's say, in this case, Aparna had like $100 bill that she paid because, and then the balance. So we do show when there is a mismatch of the amount paid and the total expense. So the remaining amount, let's say, was paid by me, right? So the warning is gone. All of the totals, you can see now that what is the net amount that people owe. And if we finalize the split, we also calculate who should pay whom. And we do this in an efficient manner such that you can minimize the number of payments done. And this is essentially what you can copy and send to your friends. And this is done. You can close the expense now.
Comparing our product to market standards, EquiTab will provide unlimited scans and daily expense additions. No account creation is required. Users will have interactive line by line interaction, and down the line, we will have payment integration. So, the app will be free once launched, and we will charge a fee once payments are integrated.
As part of data processing flow, the user first uploads the receipt image, then the LLM extracts the text, then it passes the text into items, and the user validates the correctness of the data parsed. All data is user uploaded and ensuring informed consent, and only relevant info is parsed to raw text receipts. Of course, the users are given full control to delete or edit their data. Next slide. The AI model which we are using is a multi-model LLM. Why we are using LLM is because of the unstructured and the complex nature of the receipts, which OCR and regex are not good at. Also, giving both OCR and parsing to the LLM helps to retain the context, thus reducing errors. We can also implement the validation rules, such as post-processing checks of the sum of the items is versus the total, and we have implemented a strict JSON schema definition. The trade-off here is accuracy over cost. Cost is less for the classical ML models, but they are extremely error prone. So we have preferred the accuracy here. And in the human fallback mechanism, all the items are passed, are reviewed by the user. Next slide. We have tested the robustness of the model with these using these clean receipts, messy receipts, low-lit images, and repeated testing to check the consistency of the output. As part of the error analysis, we are focusing on the missed items and the hallucinated items. So the mitigation strategies for this will be the human in the loop, that is the manual review for all the items that are parsed, the fallback review, that is using more complex ML model, that is 3.0 Pro, and the validation checks, as I mentioned, comparing the total cost with the price on the bill. Next slide.
Now, let's talk money. Now, we're not spending on ads to grow. We don't need to. Every time someone splits a bill, the link lands in the group chat, and on an average, 4.8 people who've never heard of us suddenly see the product. Our plan is to start at Cornell, at a new campus every 2 months, and by month 7, we're showing Groupon restaurant deals right after every split. The bottom line is half our users come back every month, and it costs us $2 to acquire each one. Next. Our monetization strategy is quite simple, and we make money in 3 ways, and they build on each other. Ads on the shared bill page start generating revenue from day 1, hitting $400 a month by December. Payments kick in at month 7 at a 2.5% fee, adding another $175. And Groupon affiliate deals, shown right after someone just paid for dinner, add $3 to $8 every time someone redeems an offer. Year 1 is modest at around $500 a month, but once we hit 15,000 users with all 3 streams running, we're at $10,000 a month by mid-year 2. Next. We have identified that the market is around 81.6 million people, students and young adults who split bills regularly. We're not trying to capture all of them. Year 1 is just Cornell and 8 peer schools, which make up to 75,000 reachable users. We spend the first 6 months building the user base on ads alone, then layer in payments for the second half. We closed the year at 5,200 active users at 5.2K in revenue, and break even at around 14,000 users, which lands us squarely in the middle of year 2. Next. So this is EquiTab, which gets you from chaos to clarity in seconds in a simple 7-step workflow, which makes everyone happy. Thank you.